Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I am doing low income children versus high income children for my Children Are Alike and Different assignment. So, I want to start off by mentioning what is considered a high and low income rate. Since it varies all around the country, I decided on looking more into Massachusetts income rates. So, the low income rate for a family of three in Massachusetts is about between 19,000 and 20,000 a year. On the other hand, a high income rate for a family of three in Massachusetts is around $75,000 a year. So for looking into my first source, I decided to touch base on the subject of education and why do children from low income families do worse in school than children from families of a higher income. In the article from the Washington Post under the title "A Rich Investment," it says that parents of very young children that have um, parents of very young children that are among the top of 25% of earners are more than twice as likely to have at least 10 books in their home. Wealthier mothers are also more likely to read three or more times a week to their child than those of the bottom quartiles. I believe that this has a lot to do with the economical factor. Families that have wiggle room in their budget spend it on their children, whether it be books, extracurricular activities, tutoring lessons. But families that struggle living paycheck to paycheck are not able to provide as many opportunities to their children because they're providing basic needs for families such as food and housing. And then I found another article that was from the Orange County Register. Some bright spots for children in lower income families would be that they actually have more fun without parents hovering over them and constantly scheduling things that they likely become closer with extended family and can relax easily and have more energy. I believe that this is a cultural and a family structure factor because I myself have family members that are in the low income status that seem to be very close with each other due to the fact that they live in the same areas and can share the same hardships. That's not to say that like we aren't close, but I just noticed it in like growing up. Um, Culturally wise, it is proven that children are more relaxed and do not have many anxieties growing up, which is interesting because I feel as though as we get older, anxiety is a very common occurrence between children and young adults. Another article that I found that was a little bit older, but I think it still holds true. It's from the Social Security Administration, highlighted that in Utica, New York, when men aged from 45 to 54 become unemployed, the number of family members other than the wife in the labor force increased from 4 out of every 10 to 7 out of every 10. This also touches on the family structure and location factors. Although this is in rural New York, there might be totally different odds of other family members joining the workforce, or if all family members are already working, they're then look. I'm just going to reread that over because I kind of messed it up. This also touches on the family structure and the location factors. Although this is in rural New York, there might be totally different odds of other family members joining the workforce, such as if the family members are already working, if they're of that age. This also grasps family structure because the family may have children among all different ages, and you probably wouldn't put a younger child to work if they couldn't to help out the family. And then overall, I think I learned a lot from this. During one of my classes last semester, I did a research project with my group on children from lower income communities having less opportunities in extracurricular activities. It was narrow, but I was able to branch into other portions of it. And that research project prompted me to want to do this topic for my Children Are Alike project, or Alike and Different project. This changed my thinking because I really focused on the negatives of children from the low income families on my past project. And for this, it helped me look into the positives. And by knowing the positives, I can help one day extend on those in my own line of work. Some recommendations I would have is for more government funding to lower income families. According to the UNCRC, children have the right to learn, and if not having enough income is inhibiting our children from learning and progressing in their futures, then what good are we doing?